Hi, there is a misconception that therapy is only for people with severe mental health issues, severe mental illness, crazy people, whatever people might say, whatever lingo, whatever wording people might say. I hate the word crazy because that is not a diagnostic thing, and it's something that I think confuses a lot of people, and I think it's used a lot of times as a derogatory way to put people down and stuff like that, but that is what people say, so that's why I use the words. So a majority of people that I see aren't severely mentally ill. They are people who just want to better themselves, and they're people who are actually doing fairly well in life, and they're able to hold down a job, and they're perhaps able to have a great relationship, and they have friends, but they just want to be able to communicate better. They just want to be able to have deeper, more meaningful relationships with people. And so that's why a lot of people come into therapy. And so there's a stigma of what therapy is. And sure, yeah, therapists treat different populations of people, but we also treat the general population of people that are just regular run-of-the-mill people who are fairly happy. They just want to be able to do a little bit better with their life. And so for those reasons, people come in to have the best relationship that they can. They want to be able to communicate the best that they can. They want to figure out why they're getting so annoyed at their spouse for little things, or they want to be able to sleep better. They want to be able to get promoted at work better, and wanting to find out like what's getting in their way, what are the barriers for them doing better in life and work and stuff like that. And I always tell people, imagine if we required our politicians to go to therapy. I would imagine we'd be in a little bit less war, because people are more aware of their own feelings and why they're reacting to things, and they're not so wanting conflict. They want to kind of figure out what is within themselves that's going on as a barrier to the different things that are going on, and certainly just increasing your ability to communicate and to be able to listen and to understand what someone is saying. Oftentimes I have a couple in therapy, and one of them saying something and the other one's getting mad, and I have no idea why, and it turns out it's because of something in their childhood or something that the person said or did years ago or whatever. And so on the surface, this person over here that's talking has no idea why their spouse is getting upset, and the person who's getting upset is so frustrated that they're not understood. And so as a therapist, I can kind of take a time out and say, okay, what's going on? I'm not really understanding why you're so upset. And when they talk about it, it's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And so their partner can then understand why the reaction is happening that they're getting. And so in future relationships or with friends, they're able to maybe get upset and say, oh, I'm upset because of this, and this, and it might not have anything to do with you, but it's just the way this came out or whatever. And so they're just able to have more, self-actualized conversations, deeper conversations with people. And so, simply that can be a reason why people come to therapy. So sure, we work with people who have severe mental illness, or just struggling with some mental health issues, or people who really don't even qualify for a diagnosis. They just want to come in to better themselves. So I hope that answers your question, that therapy can be for anybody. It can be for any number of issues, and it doesn't have to mean that there's something seriously wrong with you. It could actually mean that there's something seriously right with you, that you want to look into yourself to be the best person that you can be. So I hope that was helpful.